Good morning, Aboriginal family. Subscribe and press a like to Peanut Nola. I'm on here. I just want to talk about self-respect of our so-called African American women. Um, our so-called African American women have been doing this cucumber contest, and it's just been disheartening seeing some of our beautiful queens feeling like they have to seek attention in all the wrong places. It starts with the parenting at home. It starts with the lack of love from our so-called African American men. And, you know, you can't expect outsiders to love you like your people. You know, there's time and time we see that people are getting to the point where they're making mockeries out of our women, the way they twerk, the way they dress, and the way they do things. They hold our women to a different standards, just like they hold our men to a different standards than they do Caucasian or any other minority people. And we got to start, self-respect until we understand that nobody won't respect you until you respect yourself. There was a time where then a young man had to guess what was underneath the skirt of a woman. Now it's like you're being invited. You're being invited before you can even guess. It's okay to party. It's okay to have fun. But the camera is always on you, young ladies. The camera is always on you. And, it was just unbelievable what I saw on Twitter. All these girls at a party, they pulling out, eggplants. They were pulling out cucumbers. And they were making gestures like they were sucking something. And it's just ridiculous. And then we think, as a male, we look at that as something sexual. We look at that as something hot. But we don't look at the disrespect that it causes to our youth, our young women. We got young girls at 12 years old that are looking up to the next generation. And they are becoming, it's just becoming sad. And I just, I got 4 sons that I raised to have respect for the queens, the princess to be, the prince that's going to turn into a queen. It's just, I don't get it. I don't know, I don't support it. I don't support our women degrading themselves for attention. We're not giving our women enough attention to the point where they feel that they have to, take off their clothes. They have to walk around half naked. It's just getting this way. We really are getting to the days to where we feel, where there's no morals no more. There's no morals. And just like the Nas X, Lil Nas X, he could have kept that to himself, because most people like myself, I knew that he was gay. You can look at him, but I don't think that was something that needed to be announced. And then, some of these agendas are being pushed on our youth. Everything that is being sexual is being pushed on our youth. I love his music. I love that song. But when you think about it, he didn't have to announce this stuff. They had artists in the history. They had artists way back in the days. We all knew Luther had sugar in him. We all knew Luther Vandross had sugar in him. But Luther Vandross never came out. We are now pushing these agendas on our youth. It's not about a lifestyle. It's not about a sexual lifestyle. Just like you got straight couples. I don't have respect for straight couples outside or in public having sex or kissing in front of kids. I don't have respect with that neither. It's called morals. And now we got this thing called pride where people just feel like they can be out in the streets. They can do what they want to do. It's nothing. I have nothing against gay people. Nothing. I have worked with gay people. They have some great gay people in this world. And they have some gay people that does not believe in exposing their self out to the world. They got some gay people that does not like this attention that this new world is pushing upon them. And it's just becoming sad and sad and sad. We are pushing a new agenda. Our women are being pushed into a new agenda as a sex symbol. And our men are being pushed into the gay agenda. There's nothing wrong with gay people. There's nothing wrong. I have nothing. I'm not going to sit here and I have nothing against these people. But when you compare the heartaches of what has happened to so-called African Americans and the civil rights that they went through in comparing a choice, a lifestyle, a sexual lifestyle, compared to one thing about being a so-called African American, you cannot help being that. Okay, you were born that way. You cannot, that's not a choice. Sexual acts are a choice. And like I said, I am not here to bash gay people. I am not. Like I said, they have some good gay people in this world, and I am not against them. This message is to let you understand and let you see what's going on. And this is happening through our youth. It's happening, our women. And the government, it seems like to me, that they're now, less procreation. So if they get you to push this agenda on the kids to love man and man and man and woman, then we won't procreate. Because we know we cannot procreate with a man and a man and a woman. This agenda is being pushed on people. And like I said, I have nothing against gay people, so I hope that nobody does not come on this channel and be offended and calling me a homophobic, because I am not. But I really believe that there's something up with this government on pushing these agendas on people. And like I said, our Aboriginal women, self-respect. We got to do something about, you can't walk around and then you want to cry rape when somebody violates you and you walking around in a catsuit. You walking around bare to half naked, but you mad with the men. But you promoting your ass. You promoting your breasts. You got to love yourself. You cannot love no one until you love yourself. Self-hatred is the worst thing. And that goes for all women in all nations of people. And even our men. You don't think that you are being disrespectful to yourself, but yes, you are. You got to look how you live your life. You're being disrespectful. When you disrespect the woman, you're disrespecting yourself. The woman is your queen. And if you break the woman, the first contact to a child is the mother. In that relationship, you know, once you destroy that relationship and that bond, it affects the child. So if we got a bunch of immature people that are having babies, then you mess the child up. I am not holy and thou, you know. I was younger before. But it's getting to the point, you know, like I said, what happened to, you know, the way you look at our youth today, our youth don't even know how to have a conversation with women, or women don't know how to conversate with men. They got to use social media just to have a conversation. Nobody walks up to each other and say, hi, beautiful, how you doing? Could I have your number? People are afraid, don't have game enough to go up and talk no more because they got social media. Kids don't have game no more. They don't know how to walk up and go, you know, try to meet a girlfriend and try to introduce themselves. Because we're breaking their confidence. We're breaking everything that we were taught, that the ancestors that taught us. I don't know what happened. I don't know how we woke up one day and you know, it just crashed. Morals. What happened to the morals? We are losing ourselves. And I don't care how much I raise my kid, your kid can affect my kid. So that's why they tell you you have to raise a whole village. Because if your child, your child friend does not have a father, then you're supposed to step up as a man, an Aboriginal man, and step up and become that other kid's father. Because you got to raise a village, because you don't want that child that does not have that father to affect your child. So we don't have no excuses. You know, the ancestors, we for generations, they had plenty of people came up without fathers. I didn't have one around me 24/7. We had people, old school people in the neighborhood that took care of you. Everybody afraid to talk to these youths today. They're afraid. We're losing our young people. And, you know, do you even give a damn? Please subscribe at Peanut Nola 504. Whether you like what I say, or you dislike, just press a like or dislike. I really don't care what people think about me. I didn't make this page for no donations. I don't care about donations. All I do is send messages. Okay, I am, you know, my roots. I'm Choctaw Indian. I am, you know, I'm an Aboriginal. You know, my great grandmother was a Choctaw Indian. You know, we even have Cherokee in our family. Okay, so, you know, my roots are all through here. Of course, I'm a mutt. I'm part, you know, I got that Creole in me. You know, because, you know, we do know that our oppressor, you know what, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and we the land of the French, and we have a lot of people that, you know, we were here, and the oppressors, they were raping us. They raped our heritage. So I got French in me too. I got a little bit of everything in me. Okay? But my original, my great before the rapes is my Aboriginal native history. And I encourage you guys to understand that DNA does not go back only 2 generations. So and notice that they always putting you in West Africa. they always putting you in West Africa. It's a money thing, but you got to understand this. And when I talk about Pangea And when I tell people about Pangea and I talk about how the world, how we were connected, and everybody was, that all land bases were connected, and that we were connected to Africa also. So of course Africa is our cousin. Of course we are connected to Africa. We are connected to every continent of the world. Okay? So I'm not disputing that we have African in our blood. But those don't understand there were only 8% of Africans that came from slave ships. And it was not ships, they were boats. They didn't have the capacity, they didn't have the technology to get them kind of people over here without food. They would have died, half of them would have died coming across some seas. Okay? So we're talking about a land before before the destruction, before the separations of the land bases, okay? Pangea, where they were able to come down in donkeys. A lot of people don't realize these people was able to come down, go to other cities, go to different areas, okay? So they were traveling people, okay? Hebrew Israelite people did not stay in one spot. They were travelers, okay? They were adventurers. They venture out, okay? So they go out there and they venture. They look for new land. They didn't stay in one land place, okay? So I am not proclaiming to be a Native American, okay? I never once said I was a Native American. Aboriginal people are different from Native Americans, okay? So I never proclaimed that, okay? So if a Native come on here and yelling and getting upset, well, that's your problem. Never claim to be Native. No, we said we were here before you. Okay? So like I said, follow Dane Calloway. We have a lot of guys that are doing it big for the Aboriginal community. We have a young man, his name Wachahala. I can't even pronounce the young man's name, but he's awesome. I'll give his information. This young man is, he goes strictly by doing, he's like Dane Calloway. He does a lot of research, and he goes, courtroom documents, and you can find a lot of stuff, a lot of history about your name. Your name is your slave owner's name, okay? So that is not your real name, okay? So that was taken away from you. So I just wanted to come on this live and run my mouth for a little while. All praises go to the Most High. Yes, and I just want to tell you, ladies, love yourself. You cannot love anybody till you love yourself. And men, you got to do a better job. You got your women walking around that feeling so insecure about themselves. We got to do a better job. We got to do better jobs. This stuff is it should be in the bedroom. All this stuff that they doing, okay? So we are stop being a following nation of people. We got to first love ourselves. Like I said, hit the bell, subscribe to Peanut Nola 504. Have a blessed day.